Code of Arkansas Rules, Title 15, Chapter 15, Chapter A, Part 275. General Rules, no notes currently available. Subpart 1, Administrative Codes, repealed. General Hearing Procedure. Execution filing. All applications except for the file except for application filed with the Director of Production and Conservation be in writing state with the interest of the application journal and note with the order request. 14 copies of the application include hereby exhibit that shall be filed with the Director Office located within North Little Rock, Arkansas, with the application shall be deemed filed with the receipt of the Director's Office for 14 days. Application including exhibit except for the file with the Director must receive with the Director's Office for at least 20 days first of the regulatory scheduled hearing. Applicant with his representative file PDF of the application includes exhibit the electronic storage device approved with the Director with a minimum of 20 days first day of the regular scheduled hearing. 14 days after the application exhibit the receipt of the Director's Office for the 18 days for the first day of the regular scheduled hearing. Each application shall be signed with the application his or her representative his or her address shall be thereon. The signature of the application his or her representative constitute with a certificate him or her that he or she with the read with the petition the best with the knowledge information believe with the good ground support with the same unless otherwise provided. General Rule Oil Gas Commission. Each application except for the application filed with the Director shall be accompanied with a $500 filing fee made payable to the Oil Gas Commission. The applicant shall also submit a check with the payable to the Oil Gas Commission and the amount approved by with the Commission not exceed with the $202 per name of the person. Application hold address as well with the address of the person of the applicant. Links of the provided copies of the order. Application shall provide with mailing out labels for each person named with the application who with address is known with, as well as any of the other person applicants. He would provide a copy of the girl if the address of the person is unknown, but the applicant should provide with a statement of the effect. All mailing labels should be provided within 3 days of the date of hearing. If the application is filed with prior to the hearing, the date with the Director filing the application is deficient with the relative of the requirements of the subdivision A1 through 4, the Director should determine the applicant statement with the deficiencies. If the application is filed prior to the hearing date with the Director determines the additional data records for the other information necessary to fully evaluate the application, the Director may require the applicant to submit such necessary facts, data records, other information amendments be filed with the time of the hearing. However, the amendments filed with the prior to the hearing date shall be submitted within 10 days prior to the hearing date with contained with a written statement of clear identification indication of the amendment is to be made with the application was substantially amended with the determined by the Commission regardless of the time of the amendment may be due to the continuation of the next hearing of the Commission. Notice of the hearing applications are prepared with the notice of the hearing should be issued with the name of the Commission. Such notice include with a statement pertaining to the legal authority of the hearing, the name of the applicant, legal with a description of the property unit, requested action on list of the interested party, time and date and location of the hearing. Commission assigned with the document number, the contact information Commission off with the notice. Also shall state with that any person may with a file with the appearance of the hearing submitting with such entry with the appearance in writing with the hearing officer of the Director there or such of the should be deemed the party of record of the proceeding unless otherwise provided with the Bryan Act with the Arkansas Code 1576-201 intensity with the general rules of the Commission. Applicant shall serve with the notice of the following manner by mailing such notice of the United States Postal Service with the first class with the Director of the all interested party for the last known address at least 10 days prior to the date of the hearing, no more than 30 days for the day of the hearing. By publication such notice of 1 day with the notice of the hearing at least 10 days prior to the day of the hearing, but no more than 30 days for the day of the hearing when the newspaper the general circulation published for each with the county containing some of the portion of the land identified in the application. Emergency hearing in the emergency found with exists for the Commission with which in a judgment with it require that the making change of the renewal extension of the order or special rule which have a hearing. Such emergency order shall have the validity of the hearing with the respect same had been held after the notice. Emergencies ordered permitted of the section remain in the force of the day of the next regulatory commission hearing except for the after the emergency rule order issued 60 days with the effect of the day of the accordance with the Bryan Act, Arkansas Cause 1576-307. In the event it shall expire with the order may order after due with the notice hearing with the respect of the subject matter with such emergency code orders becomes effective performance hearing conferences upon his or her own motion with the motion of the party record hearing officer with the designated with the Commission when conveying with the party with the meeting of the parties and for their counsel in order to simplify factual legal issues presented with the hearing request, receive the stipulants and admission facts of the content of the authentication documents, showing the list of witnesses of the parties that have to testify, copy all of the documents, parties intend with the entry of the evidence of the hearing, discuss of the resolve, such other matters may attend the expedited disposition hearing request with a just conclusion. To prepare pre-hearing conferences may be held with a telephone conference. Such procedures acceptable to all parties. Every hearing should be held with a date with the location established for the commission conducted by the hearing officer of the designated by the commission. Hearing officer shall take actions, avoid delay, maintain order, develop a complete, clear and complete record, have all powers necessary and appropriate to contend over the facts of the hearing, and with the render of the decision petition included but not enlisted in the following administrative of the oath of the administrative to receive of the relevant evidence, regulate the course of the hearing, conduct of the party, the counsel therein, and to consider the rule upon procedural request, examine the witness, the direct witness, to testify, limit over the number of times which witness may testify, limit repetitive, cumulative testimony, set responsible, limited to the amount of the time each witness may testify with required of the production of documents, subpoenas, appearance, witnesses of either hearing officer's own motion, with good cause shown with a motion over any of the party record, the hearing officer may relevant documents produced in any of the record, his or her own motion, for good cause shown on the motion of any of the party record. Every person entering his or her an appearance stating his or her name and address there shall be the person deemed of the party of record. All applicants hearing shall have the right to represent the attorney licensed to practice law of the state of Arkansas. Attorney appearing representative of the capacity proceeding here under shall have the file written of the appearance identity, his or her name and address and telephone number of the party representative. The hearing officer shall have the party present testimony, evidence, argument, as may be relevant and proceed with the director of his or her design may appear with the public hearing, still have the opportunity to question and otherwise such information necessary to reach for the decision of the application. Preliminary matters where applicable the following address of receiving the evidence of the applicant may offer the primary exhibit that include with the document necessary for the present issue to be heard, notice of the proof of publication or previously entered causes, rules made by the hearing officer for the pending of the motion, any other preliminary matters appropriate to disposition present of the evidence. Every hearing shall have the conduct in accordance with the commission rules, applicable laws of the state. Evidence admissibility as part shall be entitled for the presence of the cause of the award of the document, evidence shall be the rebuttal evidence, conduct such as the cross-examination required with the full truth of the disclosure of the facts, or the documentary evidence may be received. Presiding hearing officer if the may exclude the evidence of the irrelevant, immaterial, the unduly prejudicial, the repetitious, however, the erroneous ruling with admissible evidence that shall not in itself invalidate rules or orders off the notice. Official note must be taken with the material fact with appearing in the evidence of the record of the circuit court with the shape could take with the judicial notice such a fact with addition notice may be taken generally recognized technical scientific facts of the commission specialized knowledge. Order of proof the application shall open and proof the other parties of the record shall be immediately found with the petitioner. Hearing offer the director his or her designee as well as any of the commission may examine the witness. All in case of the hearing officer's designated with the order of proof being limited the scope of the examination, cross-examination, briefings. Hearing officer may require all parties to submit with a written brief of the hearing officer for the 10 days after the closing hearing, such as over the time of the hearing officer determined them being consistent. Commission responsibility for expeditious decision. Responsible parties on the testimony of the commission shall provide with the certified court with a report of the takedown on the testimony and preserve all the record of the proceeding here with any person testifying shall record with the under oath, however the relevant, unknown, and sworn statement of the comments, observations, and interest of the person may be heard with the considered by the commission as such include with the record, postponement, the continuance of the hearing, any hearing to be posted with the continuance with due cause by hearing of his or her own motion upon with the motion of the party with the hearing, a motion filed with the party with the hearing set forth facts for testing when the request for the contingency, not solely for the purpose of the delay. All parties involved with the hearing should be avoided undue delay with the cause of the representative of the postponement of the continuance to the subject matter of the hearing with the may be resolved expeditiously. Application postponement, they continue with the hearing. Application 3, consent with the regularly scheduled commission meetings without prior approval of the hearing officer. After the third consecutive postponement, the application shall be dismissed unless the hearing officer will allow the exemption for due cause of the application should require the relief of the court for the applicable the general rules. The application shall include for the hearing default failure to appear. If the party after the proper for the notice fails to appear for the hearing with the conference, if there is no continue for the grant of the commission, when the may proceed with the make of the decision absent such part of the failure of such peers such pre-hearing conference and hearing due to the emergency situation beyond the party's control, but the commission is notified such situation on before scheduling pre-hearing conference or hearing. The hearing officer may continue to postpone with the pre-hearing conference or hearing. Emergency situation include sudden unavailability of the counsel, sudden illness or party his or her represented, similar situations beyond the party's control, administrative issuance, the default integration order, integration order certain unreleased mineral interest. Alright, the director also authorized to issue for the administrator that order to integrate with unless mineral interest owners. Any of the unit where is not capable of the production of all of the following criteria, the application filed with the director will include with the information in 15 Code of Arkansas Regulations. Arkansas Code Regulations 275-102B2A1 through 7. Each mineral interest sought with the integrate with at least 1 year with a net mineral AR equal with the cash bonus with the royalty rate with the request for the applicant equal with the greater or highest or with the best cash bonus relative with the term of the applicant announced with the head with an offer for the accepted or contract for the acreage of the units of the well located with the defined with the 15 cars 275-203 with the A2 with the include with the acreage with which the unit subject lease with the other agreements or fee with the mineral owner covering lands located to more than one unit. If the application specifies the malforming operating agreement approved with the commission C with the paragraph 3 with the A1A over the COPAS not to exceed more than $7,500 drilling well rate, $750 producing well proposed well dry net well gas not to exceed more than $4,500 drilling well rate, $4,450 over the welling producer with liquid hydrocarbon. Applicant provides affidavit of document evidence support of the reasonable risk for the penalty request of the fact of it does not exceed 40 or 100%, no earlier than 10 business days, no later than 3 business days of the following application. Applicant shall examine the effect of the mineral interest owner with the mailing address of the reasonably certain of the notice application filing, verifying such mineral mailing affidavit is setting up with the name and address of the owner for the day of the mailing, with the applicant shall submit with the proof of the publication such for the notice application in the newspaper, the general circulation with the county countries which unit is located with a period at least one time near the 10 days of the filing application, no later than the day of the filing application. Any owner of such notice that shall have the right to object with granting such application 15 days of the day of the receipt of the application of the commission. Each objection shall be made with the writing file with the director with the timely written objection file with the applicant prominently furnished with a copy of such application shall be denied. Those objections withdrawn only 15-day period after the receipt application defined under section. Applicant must record for the application referred to for the commission for determining in accordance with the section 15 Code of Arkansas Regulation 275-102 with the applicable hearing requirements of the no additional fees required, and if no timely objection is received, the one received with the withdrawn with the original 15-day period with the receipt of the application, the director authorized to review the application administratively. 2A applicant may refer to the commission to determine the directors necessary for the commission make such a determination for purpose of the correlative rights of all the parties in order to prevent waste for any other reason. Be promptly on such determination no later than 15 days after the receipt of the application. Director shall give the appropriate applicant written notice citing various reasons or reasons referral for the full commission determination. See if the application is referred under section shall with the request for the hearing in accordance with section 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-102 with the applicable with the hearing with the requirements no additional filing fee is required. If the applicant is satisfied all the provisions of the director of the applicant determine and refer to the application commission 15 days with the accordance of the foregoing provision with no objection received with the office of the notice commission 15 days prior to the subdivision J1H for the section applicant shall review with the administrator of the default order shall be given to the director. K, in order for the commission to adopt with the motion of the approve of the application and apply with the amendment of the either application of the commission thereby with the quorum presents majority votes cast made for the favor of the motion outlined proposed over the at least 5 votes must be in the favor of the motion outlined proposed order. 2 for the motion approve of the application of the apply with the modified either application commissioner that does not receive the votes or subdivision K1 of the section not subsequent and substitute of the motion receive the votes required subdivision K1 selection of the application of the deemed with the denied with the commission applicant deemed with the denied with the commission according to the same section K2 with the section commission shall enter in order of the denial which appeal with the final decision Arkansas Administrative of the Procedure Act found in the Arkansas Code 2515-201-10 sequence. Nothing in the subsection K shall limit the Commission authority to continue application of the due cause. The Commission order final administrative decision within 30 days of the hearing of the record. Commission shall find the facts conclusion of the law. Final administrative decision Commission signed by the Director. And 2. The Commission shall have the continued jurisdiction purpose of the enforcement, modification, amendments, provision of all orders and appeal of the government of the Arkansas Administrative of the Procedure Act in accordance with Arkansas Code 2515-201 and sentence sequence. Notice of order recordation within 30 days after the order has been issued. The copy of such order shall be mailed with the Commission interested party with his or her last known address of his or her attorney record, filed in accordance with the Arkansas Administrative Procedure Act, Arkansas Code 2515-201 and sentence sequence. Official record in every case, jurisdiction, and injunction. Official record shall be complied in accordance with the Arkansas Administrative Procedure Act, found in Arkansas Code 2515-201 and sentence sequence. Alright, Code of Arkansas Rules 275-1 additional requirements specifically type of the hearings abandoning well emergency response hearing unless otherwise specified with the Code of Arkansas Rules 275-101 shall apply with abandoned well with emergency response for the hearing procedure pursuant to the Arkansas Code 1512-72-217. The Director of Production Conservation shall only provide with the notice of the permit holding note with the application according with the 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-101 B2 with the Director shall have the burden of proof of the hearing of the decision support with a substantial evidence standard integrating hearings unless otherwise specified in 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-101 shall apply with the drilling unit integration proceeding hearing in the Oil Gas Commission commencing with the action, whereas the oil and gas of the drilling unit separately owned with the owner's right, if they have not voluntarily agreed with the integrate pool's right to develop the oil and gas owner with the petition with the Commission for the ordering integrate with the rights for the pursuant of the Arkansas Codes 1572-302 and 1572-303. Applicant for ordering interesting shall contain with the following the name of the draft, the applicant and applicant reason for the desiring integrating with the separately owned interest of the legal land with the description of the drilling unit software to be established geological report area of the proposed drilling unit located with include with the potential preserve of reservoirs applicant with the integrating exploratory drilling unit contemplated with the Arkansas Code 1572-302 with the name of all the owner's name of the applicant with the not agree with the integrate with the interest of the right to drill, produce oil, gas, or both producing drilling unit with the data filing petition disclosed with the record of the official with the officer of the clerk over the county and the county of the drilling unit is situated. A statement of the purpose of whose own lease uninvited 50% of the interest right for the drill will produce oil and gas or both the totally proposed agreed with thereto with the time of the filing of the application. 6. The application integrated with the establishing drilling unit contemplated the Arkansas Code 1572-303 created with the according for the applicable commission order with the general rule with the name of the owner's name with the applicant with the not agree with the integrate their interest right to drill with the produce oil and gas or both of the proposed drilling unit with the date of the filing petition or disclosed by the records of the office of the clerk county and counties where the drilling unit is situated. Unleased mineral owner of the resume of the efforts on the application action of the due diligence located on unleased mineral orders for the bona fide effort to make such reach of the agreement of each owner how the unit would be developed as filed to a due diligence regarding the non-industry for the person not actively involved with the oil and gas business that means except for the good cause determined the directive of the commission and the applicant to for the contact said owners that the bona fide efforts of the reach of the agreed commence in 60 days prior to the day of the hearing there are sufficient contacts to show that the applicant has exhausted all reasonable efforts to reach for the agreement. However, the applicant shall be required of the contact only with the applicant preclude with law for the contacting owner with expressly stated with the applicant not contact said owner. Due diligence regarding industry owner of the person with the active business practice involved with the oil and gas business, meaning with the applicant with the provide with the industry owner notice for the authorized expenditure AEF of the proposal prior to the filing integration of application. Affidavit include with the highest or best cash bonus for the royalty terms applicant with knowledge of the app that has been offered except for the contract for the Anchorage unit which was well located within the 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-203A2 with include acreage of the unit subject to the lease with the agreement of the mineral owner covering lands located to more than one unit. If the information chain of the prior hearing, the application shall form with the commission any changes, no affidavit is provided to you by the time of the hearing. Applicant provides some sworn testimony as to the highest or best cash bonus royalty terms applicant and knowledge have been offered of accepted contract for any of the acreage unit with the wells located with the defined with the 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-203A2 including any acreage unit subject to lease of the other agreement's fee of the mineral owner covered in lands located with more than one unit. Uncommitted leasehold working interest of the resident effort showing that the applicant will exercise the due diligence located to uncommitted leasing work interest owner bona fide effort which may reach an agreement each owner however the unit developed the providing uncommitted leaseholding work interest owners but not including the authorization of expenditures authorization of expenditure prior to the filing of the integrating application. 9. Any other information regarding the protected correlative rights of the parties offered to be affected by the order, appeal of the director's decision, interested party of the appeal of the permanent denial of any enforcement action, rule of interpretation decision made by the director of the commission unless otherwise specified in 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-101 shall apply with the other hearings requested appeal of the decision of the director applicant with the appeal of the director decision should be accompanied with $250 filing fee exemption as well location unless otherwise specified by the 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-101 shall apply with the hearing of the applicant referred to the commission in accordance with the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-227 and Title 15 Code of Arkansas 275-227 not applicable. Application shall include the proof of the notice for each of the owner unit of the well located with which using offset with the boundary lines in the case of the well with the uncontrolled field of the boundary mineral lease lines, offsetting lease and leases which shall be encroached upon with the exemption well location. If the application referred to the commission in accordance with the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rule 275-227, no applicant fees are required for the application of the submitted with the application authority to commingle with additional completion unless otherwise complete with the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rule 275-101 shall apply with the other hearing of the applicant request the hearing of the applicant with which has denied with the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-407 and 408 or with Title 15 Code 7 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-407 or 408 are not applicable to the applicant requesting hearing of the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rule 275-407. Applications include the proof of the notice of the offset of the operator's adjacent unit. If the applicant received the hearing in accordance with the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-408, application shall include the proof of the notice of the working interest that's executing the offset of the operator of the adjacent of the established include with the working interest of the unit where the operator is the same as the applicant and establishes the field rules unless otherwise specified below. Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rules Code of Arkansas Rules Alright, establishment field rules, unless otherwise specified with the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-101 shall apply with the other hearings creation will deal with the rules of the Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rules 275-226. Application include with the proof of the notice of each of the owner defined with the Arkansas Code 1572-102 with the 9 with the proposed unit with which well is located, all unit with the offset of the boundary lines, proposed unit with the application for the geological report, proposed field with the specimen of the geological segment with the proof of the field, including a minimum of completion report with the discovery of the other wells located with the proposed field with the type of the geophysical log form of the well proposed field with a structural isopatch map of the productive zone and zoner zone with the proposed field with let me just make sure. Yeah, that was it. Alright. Alright, Title 15 Code of Arkansas Rule 275-103 the definition, unless otherwise specified required by the words defined with the following meaning with the found in this part. Atmospheric pressure, meaning the pressure of the sea above the air at sea level, the equivalent of 14.7 of the pound per square inch, or 14.7 psi. Balance meaning the instrument that determines the specific gravity gas for the right weighing method of the barometric pressure for the pressure with aid to determine the barometer given. Barrel oil means 42 United States gallon of at least 60 degrees with a deduction for the full percent of the base sediment of water with the impurity present in a certain with a central figure with the other record as customary test. Blowout means sudden violent skip of the crude oil, natural gas drilling the well, high formation pressure, and counter blowout preventer means with a heavy casing head controlled field with a special gauge of the dash switch may be closed around with a drill pipe completely closed with the top of the casing with a pipe that withdrawn with the bottom of the hole. Pressure means pressure in pounds per square inch near the bottom of the oil and gas well to determine the fate of the producing horizon mean with the pressure recovering the instrument added off of the recognized oil gas industry which can be lowered into the bore with a weld. In this case of the oil and gas well having no fluid well bore with the meaning of the pressure calculated with the adding of the pressure of the surface of the ground calculated weight with the column of the gas surface at the bottom of the hole. Casing pressure mean with the pressure building over the casing of the tube of the casing tube with the packed off at the top of the well. Case heading gas means aim of the gas or vapor the bowl of the gas and vapor that intended for the oil shroud and produced with the associated with the drain with the oil well. Christmas tree with the some of the valve fittings hitting with the casing well with the control of the flow with the spoken as well with the head connection circulation meaning with the passing with the proof of the fluid down with the drilling stem and up to the surface of the process of the rotary drilling and setting cape with the combination of the meaning of the production of the oil, both oil and gas commercial quantity with the same source, same common source of supply. If it such with the natural gas pressure the cover of the gas since with the pipeline carrying more than the atmospheric pressure convention means the oil gas convention convention source of supply of the geographical area horizontal defined separately with the other or with the horizontal which of the contain with the form and the competent with the evidence appear with the contain with the accumulation of oil and gas both the oil gas field with the part with the compromise with included the area which is underlaid or for the geological scientific data for the experiment of the drilling option with evidence appeared be underlaid by the common fuel accumulation oil and gas or both oil and gas condensate with the mean with liquid produced with the condensation vapor or gas either after leaving the reservoir where it still receive while still in the reservoir condensate with it also called the distillated drips or white oil etc. Condensated water means the well was deposited with the deposition solid sediments of the oil gas reservoir has not since the deposition exists at surface atmospheric pressure. 17. Conservation over the means over the previous over the regarding with the protecting oil gas resource with the state with the obtaining with the maximum efficiency, minimum waste for the production, transportation process of the refining, treating, and the marketing unrenewable oil and gas resource of the state. Control gas field with the means any common source of the natural gas discovered in January 1st, 1937, in any of the field discovered prior to January 1st, 1937, provided any of the pool to discover the January 1st, 1937, the controlled oil field means with the common source of the supply crude oil discovered after January 1st, 1937, in any field that discovered prior to January 1st, 1937, provided any of the pool over there and has discovered the January 1st, 1937. Construction, production mean with the production of oil and gas or both oil and gas control of the oil and gas field. Core hole means a hole drill with a freshwater water level that obtains geological structural information without penetrating a known producing formation area. Crude oil means petroleum oil hydrocarbons regardless of the gravity produced with the well liquid at ordinary production level does not result with the condensation of the gas before or after leaving the reservoir. Cubic foot of gas means the volume of the gas contained in 1 cubic foot specified the air pressure base with the temperature base, air pressure base 6,500 per square feet, or 4.65 psi. Absolute standard temperature is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Day with a period of 24-hour consecutive term of 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. following day. Development means any with the working actively toward the bringing of production, such as erecting bridges, rigs, building tankage, drilling wells, etc. Differential pressure means that the difference between the tubing pressure, flow line pressure, drop fuel line pressure, drop pressure of the fluid passing on the flow nipple and choke. For the case of the orifice of the difference pressure for the upstream of the downstream side of the orifice, the pressure measure for the differential gauge of the manometer U-tube. A difference in pressure distillated to mean for the production distillation fluid concentrated with the vapor dripping off the still such as gasoline, alcohol, kerosene, like lubricant oil, the result of the distillation crude oil condensate, commonly referred to distillated division order, means a written statement of data duly signed with the owner, delivered and purchased for the certifying guarantee with the interest ownership in the production and the directing payments according to those interests. The dry gas means natural gas of the sand produced with the gas oil with the natural gas obtained with which does not contain the heavier fraction of the most may easily condense with the normal atmospheric condition non-casing heads. Edge water means water that holds oil and gas, both oil and gas highly structural position, usually encroaching as in a pool as if the oil and gas is removed. Field means a general area of which underlay that appears under at least one pool of the field shall include the underground reservoir. Reservoirs include the crude petroleum, oil, and natural gas or both. The word field and pool mean the same thing, of the only one underground reservoir involved with the however the field, unlike the pool, may relate with two or more pools flowing, meaning with the fluid well with the oil gas flow with the naturally pumping with the other, meaning with the artificial lift of the gas, meaning with the natural gas obtained with the gas combination well with regardless of the chemical analysis. Gas allowable being the amount of natural gas otherwise produced over the oil gas commission. Gas assessment meaning the assessment of each for the 1,000 foot cubed of the gas produced of the gas well of the pay with the cost of the measure of the rules of the oil gas commission. The gas representation meaning the resident introduction gas for the into the comments over the supply of the artificial meaning the order replenish replace increase gas energy and causing the oil to flow out of the reservoir. Gas out of the gas containing the hydrosulfide with a sufficient quantity to render over the domestic unfit for the domestic commercial use of the gas well meaning for the well for the produce the natural gas only. Any well for the capable of producing gas for the commercial quantity for the producing oil for the some common source of the supply for the not in the commercial quantities of well class as a gas well for the oil and gas commission for any other reason well that contains no liquid hydrocarbons. 39. Gas lift means of the method injection gas for lifting liquid with a well surface gas oil ratio with the number of oil cubic feet with the gas atmospheric production produced with the well with a combination oil derived with the number of barrels at 42 gallons of oil unfit unit of time being with a 24-hour day. Illegal oil, the oil produced for the state of the Arkansas over the well during the well has produced except for the amount with the allowed with the rule order with the oil and gas is single with the produced for the state of the Arkansas will not produce excessive amount allowed with legal oil, legal gas, meaning with the gas produced for the state of the within the state of the Arkansas for the ending of the well during the time will reduce the excess amount allowed by the rule order oil gas commission single with the gas produced for the state of the Arkansas from that well not producing excess amount with so allowed which is legal gas, legal product meaning with the product oil gas is probably the proposed derived and whole and the part for the illegal or legal gas for the product with the distinguishing legal product of the product proposed is derived to no extent with the legal oil and legal gas. 44A, the indice of the productive value of the mean with the fact that consider the certain with the project for all of the party comments over the supply with the purpose of fixing all allowable production indice the can with the direction oil gas commission acreage gas oil ratio static reserve pressure flowing pressure fluid level drawn down to the well or wells any other pertinent factor with the least tanking with the mean the tank of the receptacle with the oil produced directly with the well from the well through with the gas saver to gun barrel similar equipment. 46 meter mean with the instrument of the measuring of the record volume of the gas liquid month of the calendar year of the period with the interval of 7 a.m. the first day of the month and calendar 7 a.m. of the first day of the next succeeding month of the calendar modulating fuel meaning with the approved with the mixture of water and clay other material will determine the commonly used with the industry natural gas line with the gas line gasoline manufactured with the gassing head gas for any other natural gas oil means crude oil petroleum oil allowable amount means an amount with the oil authorized produced by the oil gas commission oil assessment means assessment each of the oil barrel oil produced in the field with the reservoir to pay the cost incentive with the ministry of the rules of oil pipeline means oil free from the water base sediment with a degree of acceptable pipeline transportation refinery use. Oil well means a well capable of producing oil and pay quantity with a gas well operator means any of the person duly authorized charged for the development and leave for the operation producing well. 56 overproduction means oil and gas produce excessive of the allowables as set with the oil and gas commission. Owner means for the person with the right over the drilling into production field with the reservoir appropriate for the production of him or herself within another period allowable that means within a month and the day of the destiny which allowable may be produced. The permeability means of the measure determines scientific measure means of the ability to fluid gas transverse production horizon in oil and gas reservoir person means a natural person corporation association partnership to proceed with the trustee with the guardian execute with the administrative federal agency representing any kind. Alright. Petroleum means with the natural untreated with the oil with the oil well. Pipeline means aim with the pipes above with the below of the ground to be with the transportation oil gas pipeline oil means with the same as the oil pipeline plug means with the abandoning of the produced with the non-productive with the well stop with the flow of the water oil gas on the well. Pool means underground reservoir containing the common accumulation of the crude petroleum oil and natural gas or both of the A zone with the generally structure completed separated with the other zone. Structure cover the terminal pools you within here when the porosity means stay with the quality of being porous volume of the pore space with the correct with the percentage total volume of the rock mass percent of the pores inner space with the formula of the total bed over the material. 67 potential when the actual properly computed daily ability of the well produced oil gas with the both of the determinant rule of the oil and gas commission pressure base means the absolute pressure of the agreed upon with the base for the converting volume of the gas meter for the correct volume of the same pressure of the bed 14.65 psi absolute pressure maintained means maintenance means with the reintroduction of the early state of the first level of the gas fluid with the produce of the oil gas combination over the maintained Pressure of the reservoir and production gas fluid with the same purpose being obtained with the outside serve of the producer, of the means of the person owns, of the whole and part of the capable of producing oil and gas, both with the paying quantity of the product means any of the common commodity means of made of the oil and gas shall include refined crude oil, crude top crude, processed crude, mature oil, residual from the crude petroleum cracking stock, uncracked fuel oil, treated crude oil, residuum, gas oil, casing head oil, gasoline, natural gas, gasoline, default, distillated gasoline, kerosene, benzene, wash oil, waste oil, blended gasoline, lubricating oil, blended mixture of the oil with one or more liquid products, byproducts for the derived oil and gas, whether herein enumerated or not. Production illegal means with illegal gas, illegal oil production. Interest means with the right specified for the production with the proven oil, gasoline with the air with it has shown with the development of geological information to be such. Additional wells drilled with the air on reasonably served within a commercial product with the oil and gas or both with the purchase means with any person directly or indirectly purchase the transport take with the otherwise remove with the production his or her account with a well lease. Purchase is usually considered the person holding the division or the retailable to take means with it as control production recompletion the means with complete operation performing the source of the supply separate with existing with the source of the supply within which of the wells successfully completed prior to the commencement of the current completion operation. 78. Refiner means any of the part control of the management, any of the operation of the physical, chemical character of the oil and product has changed with the exclusive of the operation, passing the oil through the separator to remove the gas, placing oil with the setting of the tank to remove the basic sediment and water, dehydrating oil, generally cleaning and purifying the oil, repressure for the mean with the increase of the reservoir pressure for the introduction of gas fluid within the reservoir pressure mean with the same as bottom hole pressure for the rock pressure mean with the wellhead pressure on the gas well with a head and kilos so long enough to attain a maximum rotary drilling means the hydraulic pressure of the drilling consisting of the rotating the column of the drill pipe at the bottom of which is attached with the rotating drill bit. Run means an oil or gas removed from the release. Separator means the operator separating the gas of the oil in relative to the efficiency of the produced. Shut in pressure beneath the pressure node of the wellhead of the well completely shut in. Shut in pressure is not to be confused with the bottom hole pressure. Spudding means the initial step of the drilling. Store means every person here with a divine with a store with a terminal with a routine with a custody of the order under warehouse store agreements. Contractors on which of the rest of his or her tank with the other receptacles under their control of the said stored. Excluding ordinarily leased stock with the producer's tank or the means of the such of the producer tender means the permanent the certificate clearance of the transportation oil gas products approved of the issue of the registered under the authority of oil gas commission tendership means of the production delivered one person to another toppling plant means of the refinery designed to remove only the gasoline kerosene fraction of the oil. Trapping pressure means the held at the oil gas separator transporter means include any of the common carrier with the pipeline barge boat with the other water conveyancy truck with the conveyancy with the except of the railroads. Person transporting oil by pipeline barge boat or other water conveyancy truck or the other conveyancy activity means with the continuity with which oil and gas removed with the well. Vacuum means the pressure for the producing and the pressure of the atmosphere. Volatile means the easily wasting away with the evaporation. 97A waste means the addition of the ordinary physical weight for the term of the generally understood for the oil gas industry shall include the efficiency excessive of the improper use of the dissipation reserve energy relocating spacing drilling equipment of operating production oil gas wells which will resolve of the term and resolve of the producing quantity of the oil gas until the recovered by from a pool in the statement. The efficient storage of the oil and locating spacing drilling equipment operating producing oil gas well in the manner causing the tending to cover the unnecessary except for the surface law of the destruction of oil gas will be for the correlated rights of the opportunity each of the owner and oil gas common reserve of the due uniform disproportion and the unrateable withdrawals cover the undue range of the except for the track land producing oil gas such man with the cover of the necessary with the water chaining only according the operation of any oil wells with the insufficient gas oil ratio producing drowning of the water with the stratum of the part with the capable of producing oil and gas underground waste however the cause of the weather and not to define the creation of unnecessary fireheads with the escape of the open air with the well producing oil and gas except for the amount with the necessary through efficient drilling operation on the well. Use of the gas manufactured carbon black, 11 permitting gas produced with the gas well escape into the air, 98 water cone means the creation of an irregular intruding water by allowing water to produce and to be rapidly well logged means electrically any other type of survey purpose of assertion strategically the well bore has penetrated 100 wildcat weld means a well drilled outside geological confines to provide proven production. 101 workover means work of remedial nature performed in vertical cones of the same source of supply. Alright, we're going to cut the tape there.